Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another amazing Objective-C tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be finishing up the mini program that we're building. Quick recap from last time. We went ahead and we built an interface, we went ahead and we built an implementation for this class rectangle. What? Now it's time to begin adding some stuff in the main method, get this program actually up and running. So let's go ahead and save some space for our object. I'm going to name my object R because I'm too lazy to type anything longer than that. And again, just housekeeping stuff here, nothing new. Rectangle Alec in it. This means set aside some space for our rectangle object named R. And now that we have our object created, let's begin and start using the methods. So in R, we made a method to set the width and height. So let's go ahead and it was called set WH. Oh, look, it already filled in for us. And the first thing that we had to pass in is its width. And this is 6. And then the height, which is, let's go ahead and put 8. You can put anything you want. I just like 68 Yammer Yager. If anyone knows what that means, then leave me a comment. If not, don't worry about it. Use any numbers you want. So now we already set the width and height in one shebang, and I'll go over the methods later, but anyways, that's what we did. So now let's go ahead and print out some stuff on the screen, or else we're just going to be, guessing that our program ran correctly. We actually need a verification. So the first thing that we're going to write is rectangle is, let's put %i by %i. And what are we going to print out for those two variables? The width and height of the rectangle. So r dot width and r dot height. Pretty cool, hey? And now let's go ahead and print out. We need to verify our area and perimeter. I mean, we already set the width and height. That's nice to know. But how do we know if our methods for area and perimeter are working correctly? Well, let's print it out and see. ns log there we go. Make sure I have all that stuff first. There should be one button to do all that. So if anyone's writing an Objective-C compiler, use one button to do all that, and I will love you forever. Area equals %i, and let's go ahead and put perimeter equals %i. And now for our arguments we want to pass it in, just put r area, and this will call the method area calculated and fill it in %i. And I guess you can't guess what I'm going to do next. R perimeter. Yeah, there we go. And this is going to calculate the perimeter and pass it in for this %i. So now, after we're done calling all of our methods and printing everything out, we have to go ahead and release R, give the memory back to my computer because, it let us borrow it. I think it deserves it back. So let's go ahead and build and run this and see what we get. Build and run that in my little console down here and check it out. Rectangle is 6 by 8. That worked good. That's exactly what we passed in. Area equals width times height, and that happens to be 48. That's good. Parameter is 6 plus 6, which is 12. 8 plus 8, which is 16, and that all adds up to 28. So it looked like we have a nice dandy little program here. So let me recap one last time what we did in our main. What we pretty much did is we set aside some space for this object R, which is pretty much our rectangle. Next we called this method set width and height, and what did is we passed it in 6 and 8. So it took 6, treated it as W, set it as width. It took 8, set it as height, and it set it equal to height. Isn't that what I just said? Anyways, and it just printed it out. And then we called these properties the R width and the R height. And since our rectangle now has a width and height, thanks to this, it was able to print those out. And last but not least, it calculated the area and the perimeter using those values by taking the area and returning width times height, which is 48, and it calculated the perimeter taking the width and the height and how to calculate perimeter. I don't need to walk you through that, but that's pretty much what it did. Now that we have this awesome program here, what we're going to be doing in the next tutorial is we're going to be building another class to inherit from this rectangle class. But if you're saying, oh, I got to type all that again, no, 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 my friend. Inheritance means that all you have to do is write one little word right here, and all of this work is already done for you. How amazing is that? So you are going to be thanking me 10 times over in the next tutorial for saving you time and time again. That's a Counting Crow song, by the way. So for now, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want all the source code for this tutorial, I'm going to be posting it on my forum. There's going to be a link below. It's free for you guys. My gift to you for sticking through me for this tutorial. So one last time, thank you. Don't forget to check out my forum, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial.